What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another video, and I got some breaking news regarding the suspensions of Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, Steelers center Maurkice Pouncey, and Browns defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi, as the NFL has officially upheld Myles Garrett's indefinite suspension, and he was also fined around $45,000. I do not have the exact number in front of me right now, but I do know it was around 45 grand for Myles Garrett. And they also upheld Larry Ogunjobi's 1-game suspension, but they rescinded his fine. So he's just suspended for this week against Miami, and he will be back next week against the Steelers. That should be interesting. And then in regards to Steelers center Maurkice Pouncey, they reduced his suspension from 3 games to 2, so he's still out for the rematch in 2 weeks, but he was also fined for $35,000. So, in essence, Myles still does not have a definite number of games he'll be missing, so I guess he'll just miss the rest of this season and the playoffs, and then once the season ends, after the Super Bowl, he'll be able to apply for reinstatement. And then, as I've just mentioned, Larry Ogunjobi will be back against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. That should be a very fun game. Cannot wait to stream that. And then Maurkice Pouncey, of course, will miss the rematch, but he'll be back the week after. So those are the suspensions. But just when you thought all was said and done, no, because right before the verdicts were announced, Myles Garrett came out and said Mason Rudolph uttered a racial slur at him. Wow, this changes everything. And the thing is, players are usually mic'd up. The quarterback's usually mic'd up. The center, the guard. I'm sure we'll hear something at some point if the NFL decides to release the tapes. In the words of Hugh Jackson, we gotta watch the tape. But Myles is not one to lie. And if this is true, that means Pittsburgh now has a rapist and a racist at quarterback. Lovely. Yeah. And for those who are wondering, yes, I am wearing Myles Garrett's jersey. Oh, you're a bad person. Well, he's still my player. I'm still going to root for him. It was just a bad judgment call on his part to do what he did. He'll be back next year at some point. And when he comes back, Mason Rudolph better hope he doesn't run into him, because I'm pretty sure Myles is going to have a little something to say. In fact, I'm pretty sure Larry Ogunjobi will have something to say on behalf of Myles when we face the Yinzers next week. Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure Mason Rudolph's going to try to stay as far away from number 65 as possible, because I don't know how Larry's going to react. Maybe Larry is over it. Maybe he'll just go out there and do what he usually does, dominate. But he'll just dominate twice as hard now because he's doing it, with his boy on his mind. He'll be balling out for his boy, Myles Garrett, because Mason Rudolph low-key started it. I mean, you could say what you want. If Mason would have just kept his hands off of Myles Garrett's helmet, this wouldn't have all happened. Myles would have went his separate way. Mason would have went his separate way. Even after Myles took off Mason's helmet, all Mason had to do was just stay away. Let your offensive lineman take care of it. That's what DeCastro was trying to do. But what does Mason do? He goes running up to the dude like a dumbass. I don't know what Mason was thinking there. I mean, you stay as far away from that dude as possible if you're Mason Rudolph, because Myles Garrett is clearly pissed off about something. He doesn't want to see your ugly face. And what do? You show him your ugly face. And of course, what Myles did is just not cool at all. I would have dropped the helmet and gave him a nice little fist sandwich right to the chops, right to the face, knocked him out that way. But yeah, it happened. Myles is still suspended. But like I said, I thought they would have given him a definite number of games, but he's indefinitely suspended. Maurkice Pouncey will be back after next week's rematch, and Larry will be back for the rematch. So there's that. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Shout out to everybody. I'm Crazy Dog at 99. Let's go Browns. And by the way, guys, I will see you Sunday for Browns Dolphins. I thought I had to work, but I don't. Let's get it. So, yeah, this weekend's going to be hella lit on this channel because we got Penn State and Ohio State. By the way, if Ohio State wins, I believe they clinch the Big Ten East, which punches their ticket to the Big Ten title game. Let's get it. And that means that it won't matter what happens when we head up north to face that team up north next week. Next week's going to be even more lit because it's rivalry week. Ooh, let's freaking go. But, of course, Sunday we got Browns-Dolphins. I'm just hoping that all this nonsense doesn't derail the Browns' focus because the Dolphins could just as easily sneak up on us and surprise us. I mean, the same thing could happen with the Steelers, too. The Bengals could come out of nowhere and punch them in the mouth. And the Steelers could lose to the friggin' Bengals for all we know. I mean, don't sleep on the Bungles. I mean, yes, they're 0-10, but they're trying to add that 1 into the win column. But, yeah. Suspensions are upheld. Myles is gone for the year. Larry Ogunjobi will be back next week against the Steelers. How fitting is that, right? Dude gets called a bitch, and now he'll be playing against the Steelers again. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then, of course, Maurkice Pouncey will miss the rematch, and he'll be back the week after. And Myles and Pouncey are still fined, while Larry's fine was rescinded. So there's that. That's going to do it for this video. I'm Crazy Dog at 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.